This museum and art gallery brings in more yearly visitors than the city's AFL games, but with a collection valued at over $203 million, it comes at a cost the council struggles to bear.
From 2023 to 2024, QVMac welcomed more than 153,000 people. Hawthorn's matches drew less than half that at 58,000. But every year, the council loses $7 million just running the place. Entry is free and revenue comes only from donations, merchandising and limited ticketed events.
At what point do you say the loss is too great? What's your thumb rule on loss? How much do you say that enough's enough?
A 2022 review found the council's $115 million budget could not sustain ownership of the organisation. Councillors then endorsed a plan with three key goals: increased state funding, achieving charity status, and a new governance model. So far, none of these have been met. Launceston ratepayer and former Northern Midlands councillor Ian Ginninan says the city should hand over the institution immediately.
You just wonder for a council the size of Launceston how that it can continue to lose that sort of dollars, 7.7 million. I understand. I've been on a council for 20 years. When I first went there, I thought you could run it as a business, and I quickly learnt that there's a community aspect to it. And with that community thing, not everything runs at a profit, that you've got to run some things at a loss. I understand with museums that there'd be very few museums in Australia that would run at a profit. But how much loss is the ratepayers prepared to take for it?
Council CEO Sam Johnson insists the process is easier said than done.
We're still obviously working through the logistical components and the legal components, and particularly around what it is proposed within those strategic instruments. We're talking about essentially establishing a new entity. So it's not and was never ever going to be something really quick and easy to achieve. Have we achieved everything we set out to achieve by the timeframes that we wanted to achieve them by? No, unfortunately. But I think doing it right is the most important thing here, rather than trying to rush something and just tick it off of the list.
Despite this, the council have assured locals that the collection, which is the biggest in regional Australia, isn't going anywhere.
And there's been a lot of robust conversations around if we're transferring assets or not transferring assets, knowing that we hold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of assets within the collection at QVMag, and we want to make sure that they're preserved and protected, and not preserved and protected just for the city of Launceston, but actually for the people of Launceston and for Tasmania. So you've kind of got to think not just for now, but you've got to think longer term. In 100 years, what does this look like? What are the challenges that could appear in 100 years' time? But most importantly, making sure that no one can come in from any angle and try and take over the collection, which we very much believe rightfully should be here in Launceston and in Tasmania.